Hey, it's me, Bill Wang. I'm not talking about an earthquake fault. I'm talking about the Viera Vault. Bam, 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 dee.
Grab a jam, I swear, and it's the down. It's my podcast. This guy's insane. It rocks your brain. It's just a sound. A Steve Viera Vault.
Smack 'em a gob. It's another Viera Vault, and oh boy, this week's going to be fun. I already know it because we're going to talk about Savatage discography, and I have with me no other than the legendary Bill Wang. Hello, Bill.
Doc, Dilly Doc, an honor to be back. You and me haven't been on a podcast in a long, long time. Honored to be here. Honored to talk about a band that both of us love totally.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother, man. Good to be back. Good to be back.
It's going to be a fucking love fest, bro.
Oh, it is, man. It is, man. We've done a podcast previously on Savatage. That was amazing, and we've had numerous conversations throughout the years about this band that never really became as big as they should have. So yeah, we're gonna do them a just service here and give them the props that they deserve, man.
Hell yeah. And how did you discover Savatage?
Oh man, how I discovered Savatage. I discovered Savatage. Oh God, go back in time. I love going back in time when you talk about this kind of stuff. There was a little. I've talked about this place on your previous podcast. A place called oh God, Galaxy Records, and there was a little place. It was Galaxy Records, and then there was another place in Pleasanton. But anyways, there was like a shop where they had metal posters, bootlegs, and just that sort of thing back in the day, where you'd go. And there was this guy that I would go and I would talk to, who's old guy, probably my age now, but back then, I thought anybody that age was old. And he'd always give me tips on bands and everything. And I was just like, oh, cool. And he said, yeah, this album just came out. There's a band that's been around a couple years, and it was Power of the Night, Savatage. And I don't know exactly, probably late summer 1985, because the album came out May 20th, 1985. And he told me about Savatage, Power of the Night. And I'm all, okay, cool. So I got the cassette, fell in love with it, went back to the two previous, Sirens and Dungeons of Calling. And then the rest, the remaining years of the 80s, I was just massively blown away by them and just how amazing they were. And great memories discovering them. So that's a great question. And it, just thinking back and just being such a young person and discovering something brand new and everything. So yeah, so it was probably late summer 1985 that I discovered them.
Right on.
Yeah.
I think I discovered them just a year prior to that.
Okay.
Because I bought the Dungeon They're Calling. Do. I mean, my brain is a little hazy. I believe I saw them in a magazine or something. I might have, but I know I saw that vinyl at the import shop. Even though it wasn't an import, they had mixed imports with American releases. Right. And just that album cover with the skull and that little, what do they call that thing, in its eye. It's like just a weird image.
You're right.
I was like, oh man, I'm going to check this out. This looks cool. I looked at the track listing on Dungeons of the Night, the Dungeons Are Calling. I saw shit like, The Whip and By the Grace of the Witch. And, I was like, yeah, this looks cool. And it was an EP. It was, affordable. Right. I ended up, I believe that day I ended up buying 2 albums, that and something else. Can't remember what. And went home, played it, and I was completely floored how good it was. But that was the only Savatage album I ever saw until I saw Power of the Night when that came out. Like, what was that? The next year.
Right, and, May 25.
Yeah, I saw that in the store, and I said, oh, another Savatage album. I bought that. And then through the years, I found, you know, what's that? Fight for the Rock,
Right.
Hollow Mountain King. Like every time, by this time, every time something came out from Savatage, I scooped it up. You know,
Right. Totally.
and yeah, and they were a Florida band, and they would come down a lot. I saw them. I can't even tell you how many times I saw them. I
Oh
seen
no.
them
Oh,
maybe 10, 9 times.
oh no shit. Lucky you.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the Gutter Ballet Tour played 2 nights at Summers, and I was there both nights.
Mm.
Yeah, I just really loved this band, and I was a big fan of Chris Oliva.
Oh
Uh,
God, yes. Yeah.
just thought he was like one of the greatest. Definitely, you got to put him in the top 10 of most underrated guitar players ever. Maybe
Absolute
at number
dog.
one. You know,
Oh, underrated? You bet, man. You bet. Oh shit.
that guy was just amazing. And
Jeez.
we're going to talk about just the Chris Oliva. Well, not even the Chris Oliva era. We're going to talk about Sirens all the way up to Streets.
Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
then after that, you know, they changed singers. But I will
Right.
discuss this, you know, just to touch upon Edge of Thorns,
Right.
the album, his Chris Oliva's last album. All
Right.
the times I ever saw Savatage live, he was always a mellow dude. You know, live, he just, you know, kind of like a Randy Rhoads type. He just shredded. He was a nice guy. I met him on a couple occasions. Still have a dollar bill that he signed. I have all the CDs signed on a regular pen, which looks stupid. I
Right.
never had him sign anything with a Sharpie. But anyway, he was always like a nice guy, approachable, but quiet, kind of shy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the last time I saw him, on the Edge of Thorns tour, he was in the back, and I said to him while he's signing my shit, I said, "Look, Chris, I know you get this a lot, but no, seriously, man, you're one of the greatest guitar players ever." And he looked at me, and he goes, "Yeah, you're just saying that because you're meeting me." And then he smiled. I'm just kidding. Thanks, dude. I
Oh,
found that very out of character for him to be
yeah.
like jokey. And then when they played their gig, and he had like stubble on his face, like he didn't have a beard, but he didn't shave for like a week or two. And when the set was over, he grabbed the mic and he goes, "Fuck yeah, thanks everybody for fucking coming." I was like, "Damn, Chris Oliva's animated tonight." That
Right.
was a Friday night, dude. On
Mm.
Sunday, I'm laying in bed at my house watching The Simpsons. The guy I went to the show with, Carlos Guti, called me. Chris Oliva just got killed in a car
Oh,
accident. And I was like, it was hard to process because, dude, I was just talking to him 2 days ago. That can't be right. You know what I mean?
right.
Sad fucking story, man.
Totally in a car accident. Yeah.
Yeah, driving back from that gig.
No shit.
Him and it was either his wife or his girlfriend that ended up dying, like, I don't know, maybe a year or less after the accident, due to the accident. I mean, she
Oh,
survived, but
complications to the. Oh no shit. Oh
yeah,
wow.
she died of complications from the accident, but she survived for like,
Right.
I don't know, several months.
Oh
But,
wow.
you know, Chris Oliva just died on the scene, and I
Mm.
believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it was Alligator Alley. I mean, get back to Tampa from where, you know, Hallandale, you have to go to Alligator Alley. Alligator Alley is, even to this day, is a dangerous. It's a 2 lane, you know, one going, you know, east, the other going west. There's no
Right.
street lights. It's all fucking sawgrass. There's alligators out there, you know. It's
Oh
a
no shit.
yeah, it's a dangerous road. I hate
Mm.
Alligator Alley with a passion. You know,
Wow.
it's like, oh shit, we're going to Tampa. Fuck Alligator Alley. You know, and yeah, and that's where he got killed, man. I mean, head-on collision,
No
which I'm
shit.
sure happens a lot. It's a 2 lane highway. You know.
Right. That's crazy on the highway that you're aware of the dangerous. Well, I did not know that. Obviously, I don't know shit about Florida. No shit. Alligator Alley is a dangerous highway. No
Yeah,
fucking.
it's the highway. I believe it's the only highway, or at least down in South Florida, that you can take to the west coast of Florida.
Oh
You
wow.
know, no matter what, you have to take Alligator Alley, and that is like a 2 hour drive, maybe even more than that, two and a half
Mm,
hour drive. You know, in
no.
pure darkness. I mean, now when I go to Tampa, it's like we're staying. You know, I want to drive Alligator Alley in the daytime. You know, but yeah, man, sad. But anyway, All right, enough of that.
I wish I met him. I mean, fucking, I saw him twice. I saw him at a small concert in a small place, which you're aware of, the famous metal club in San Francisco called The Stone.
Yes.
I saw the Hall of the Mountain King tour when it broke off from the Dio Megadeth tour.
Right.
They broke. I don't know why that happened. I was, I had my tickets to the Megadeth Dio Dream Evil tour, Megadeth to
So far, so good.
yeah, thank you. And then of course the Savatage. I was ready, man. I was watching, reading all the papers and everything, and all of a sudden, I don't know whether it was obviously a billion years before the internet, and I read maybe Krang or whatever. Savatage is no longer on it, but then all of a sudden they played. Oh wow, a week prior to the Megadeth Dio show that Savatage was supposed to play at, they played at the Stone. It's like, oh fuck, double fucking killer. I get to see, So I saw them, and I believe it was March of '88, and then I saw them the next 2 years later on the Gutter Ballet tour at a place called the Omni in Oakland. And those are the only two times I saw Savatage. I mean, those aren't two shows to scoff at. Those are fantastic, but I never obviously got to meet the guys, and that's really cool that you got to meet Chris, because he was fabulous and just fucked up. How old was he when he died? He must have been young as fuck.
I'll look it up, man. Yeah, he couldn't have been that old.
Yeah, probably.
He was born 30? In 63, 93. That's 30 years.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Young as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he was 30 years old, man.
Yeah.
What a bummer. I have on video, the original Savatage was called Avatar.
Right, right.
And I have a video of Avatar live, and it was a lot of covers. He did Eruption, note for note. I'm sure it's on YouTube. And, Van Halen songs and whatever was popular at that time, But they did some, originals. I can't remember which. I think
was that like an outdoor little thing?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it when they did an Ozzy song. I know what you're talking about.
I think it was Crazy Train they played that day.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That was fucking fast. Yeah.
But Sirens, dude. I bought Sirens. I don't know when. I know it was before Hall of Mount King. Me too. I got the album cover with the kids. That's not the original album cover.
Right.
The original album cover was just like a sailboat, like in the ocean, like an old sailboat. I like the kids cover more with the knives and shit.
Oh, right.
And it makes more sense. Sirens is about, I think, right? Isn't Sirens about these little kids in an island that kill people? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's some chick that
right.
She's a siren in a fucking desert. I mean, in a desert island. Woo!
Right.
And then, they kill you. But what a great fucking album, dude. I mean, what do you think of Sirens?
It's great. It's amazing. Oh.
Released April 11th, 1983.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yep.
What do you think of Sirens?
Oh, God. What do I think of Sirens? Sirens, Holocaust, I Believe, Rage, On the Run, Twisted Little Sister, Living for the Night, Scream Murder, Out on the Streets. I think Sirens is amazing. I think it was the second, it's the second album I bought with my own little money as a young little motherfucker. I think it's amazing. I think it's raw. I think it's metal fucking total. I think it's just blitzkrieg fucking just slamming motherfucking shit, man. I love it. I love it. And if I was going to bring out the chopstick rating, I would give Sirens 5 out of 5 chopsticks.
Yeah,
absolute 5 out of 5 chopsticks. Ginger beef fucking egg roll, just a whole bit. Wasabi, everything, man. Amazing album. Just amazing classic metal album, man. Just fucking brilliant, man. Just so amazing,
Yeah.
I love it. It still stands up to this day, Doc. I mean,
yeah.
It really does, I mean, it's like, oh, wow, they're so young and so metal, trying to prove their metalness, and they got a little bit older, a little bit more wussy-fied, and like most people do,
Symphonic
unfortunately.
later on.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Doc, I amazing record, and it's one of my favorites, and will be until the day I'm dead. How
I
about you?
agree.
What do you
Well,
Sirens?
just so you know, any if we have any Savatage nerds out there, I am aware before there was City Beneath the Surface. I believe that was an EP they released in '82.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never owned it, so I'm
Yeah.
looking at Wikipedia now, and I see 1982. But I know City Beneath the Surface is on the next album, that song.
Right.
But Sirens is amazing, dude. I mean, that opening track, the title track, man. It's the first time
Oh,
we hear,
that,
John doing the it's fucking unique. I love when he does that, dude. It's like shrieks of
really
terror.
unique. I know.
It's like shrieks of terror, and it really goes with the vibe. And every time
Yeah.
he does it perfectly. That song calls for it, you know.
Yeah.
And it
Hmm.
set them apart. It set them apart. They had that sound, And John Oliva is fucking. I mean, talk about the whole fucking band is criminally underrated. But man, what a voice! Uh,
Oh, fuck.
you know, amazing.
Sick ass voice, man. The guy's speaking of underrated. That motherfucker. I mean, as we'll get into the more later songs, the more symphonic, more balladary and whatever. He proved that motherfucker not only can sing metal, he can just sing.
Yep.
Just got an amazing voice.
He's to me, he's a god, bro. The Mountain King, man. And
Yeah.
another guy I met on several occasions and always cool, except for I'll bring this story up.
Yeah.
The
Please do.
the Streets tour, but I mean, I'm not saying he was a dick to me. What happened was I'm hanging out in the back of the Button South, and he comes out storming out, pissed. He's pissed off about some shit, like
Hmm.
screaming up a storm, and then a bunch of people, fans in the back circled him, and I went as well, to get something signed. And I said to him, "Hey John, what happened with the live album? Because when they were doing the Gutter Ballet, they were working on a live album. He even announced it on stage, And I said that to him. I go, John, what happened to the live album? He looked at me. He goes, Yeah, what happened to it? And I was like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but every time before that, and I met him on Wake Up Magellan tour. I had him sign my street set list that I still had, and couldn't have been
Mm.
nicer, dude. The guy's a super sweet dude. I just caught him on
Right.
a bad day one time.
Right. We all have them.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes when you meet, somebody he's a dick, it's like, hey, he may be the coolest guy ever. You just met him on a bad day.
Right. 10 times you meet him, 9 times he's great, one time he's a dick.
I remember one time, the first time I met him, he's like, dude, it was like they were opening, well, Testament, it was Testament, Nuclear Assault, and Savatage, but Testament didn't show up for whatever reason. So
Mm.
Savatage was opening, and I went up to him, John, dude, I'm a fan. And, I had him sign some things. And he goes, dude, tell all your friends to go in early. We're opening with Dungeons. I just thought that was
Ooh.
cool when he said that to me. I was like, right
Hey,
on, dude.
what was that tour with all those
That was
bands?
Gutter Ballet, actually. The
Oh,
band,
wow.
and I saw the Gutter Ballet tour two more times after that, where
Wow.
they headlined. But that night, man, I'll never forget when they played "Mentally Yours." I was up front, and when he says "pour the gas on pour gasoline on the cat" or something like that, I did the motion like I was pouring gas, and he
Did you?
gave me he gave me like a high five because the thing is, Gutter Ballet was brand new at the time. I think it was out for like a week. And he's
Oh,
like,
no
yeah,
shit.
this motherfucker knows the lyrics. And
Right. Real fan.
yeah, but it was awesome. So going back to Sirens, Bill, if you had to pick your favorite song off Sirens, what would it be?
God, Doc, Diddly Doc, that is a mind fucking crazy question, but it is a great question. And it's you can't tie this, tie that. I gotta go with Sirens, Doc. I gotta go with
Okay,
Sirens, man. I gotta go with Sirens, man.
I hear that, bro.
It just gets me into such a fucking I just want to fucking just go just yeah, Sirens is gonna be my favorite, my pick on that.
How about your least favorite on here?
Oh God, and this is a crazy but very mind thought provoking thing is picking the best and worst. I think it's a great thing. Probably out on the streets.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had something under my head, that's what I would say.
I mirror exactly what you said. That's my favorite and least favorite.
Oh
Uh,
wow!
but man, I really love Holocaust
Oh, I
and
know.
Rage. The way he screams, and I believe it's very fast paced.
Oh my God, I love I Believed.
Yeah,
Ah,
how
he's both.
it starts so mellow, but it goes like fucking goes. It crushes.
It
And
crushes.
Twisted
Crushes.
Little Sisters, very
Oh,
fucking catchy.
yeah, man.
They would throw
Fuck
that
yeah.
one out quite a bit too. I would love it when they would play Twisted Little Sister. Not often, but they would throw it out now and then. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Scream
Fuck
Murder is
yeah.
awesome. But yeah,
Yeah.
crushing album. I give it five rice plates of rice and beans because I'm Cuban.
Oh shit. We're
All
right on
right.
target.
Now we're gonna go to the next release, which is the first one I ever bought. The Dungeons Are Calling, which is an EP, a six song EP. Not not talking about the CD reissue that adds tracks.
Right. Right.
Dungeons Are Calling is pretty much You told me this before the show. This is something Bill knew that I didn't know. Dungeons Are Calling was recorded at the same time as Sirens.
Yeah, January of 1983. Yep.
There you go. So, and this one was released in March 22nd of '84. Where all right, so and April of '83. So they sat on this shit for like a year.
Yeah. Right.
So it was like 6 extra songs. I guess too much material for an album, which is fine.
Yeah.
I like short albums.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of big albums, but
we were raised on them. All our favorite fucking bands, man. Van Halen, Fair Warning, 35 minutes. I mean, bam, bam, bam.
I think that was even less than 35 minutes. I think that
was it really? Okay.
I think it was 31 minutes.
Oh, really? Well, there you go then, man. Just yeah, man.
But it's awesome. Yeah. Cut out the fat, fuck it,
Right.
But Dungeons Are Calling, like I said, it was my first Savatage album I bought on Combat Records, and it was it got me, dude. When I heard the title track, Dungeons Are Calling, I was like, ooh. Then going right into
fucking sick.
Serve your master by the grace of the witch. The next tune rules, and Visions is awesome. Midas Knights, City Beneath the Surface is fucking epic.
Oh fuck yeah.
And
of course, forget the whip.
The whip is gonna get you. Drop you to your knees.
John Olivia, Chris Olivia, Keith Collins bass, and Steve Wackoltz drums. Yeah.
Dr. Kill drums.
Yeah. That guy's fucking sick, dude. That guy's so
drummer. I believe he owns either it's a drum shop or a gun shop now, one of the two. But
for real?
Yeah, but the guy, I mean, that another underrated drummer that didn't really tour much with them when I started seeing them.
I don't know if he. Yeah, that's a great. I don't know if the 2 times that I saw, I should have done my research and looked into it. I don't know if he was playing drums at the Stone in '88 or the Gutter. I don't know.
I believe the Stone he did play. Yeah, because when I saw them with Dio, it was him. But Gutter Ballet, chances are it wasn't him. But he kept recording albums, but he wouldn't go on the road much.
Right.
I saw him maybe three times out of 10.
Oh shit!
But this album just rips. What do you think of Dungeons Are Calling?
Oh my god! I could just copy and paste everything you just said. I think it's amazing. And I always considered it. I mean, obviously, back in the day, I had no idea that they were recorded at the same time. I had no idea this was, because it was, I got into Savatage in '85. So then you go back, the discography of the band, which is always fun. Get into a band a little bit later in their career, and you get to go back. I mean, that's only 2 albums, but as being a kid, it was really exciting for me. But I loved it. I probably got it. Oh God, I think I got Power of the Night, Sirens and Dungeons of Calling, excuse me, all in 1985. So by the time the year turned to 1986, I had all three albums in my collection, and I was fucking just ready for the next one. And I love it. Dungeons of Calling, amazing. By the Grace of the Witch, Visions, Midas Night, City Beneath the Surface, The Whip. I mean, it's amazing. Just so much power, so much fucking metal, and just 6 songs. And I love the sonics of the first 2 records. You know, recorded in such a prehistoric sort of way.
Yeah.
But I believe that they, not to say, no pun intended, I think they sound fucking amazing for, you know, I really do. I think sonically they sound really, really valid to this day. I give Dungeons Are Calling 5 out of 5 chopsticks, 1 ginger beef taco, and extra wasabi. I love it. Bam, 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 diddly dee.
Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, man.
Love it. Bringing up fucking memories of my just good shit, you know.
And I like what you touched upon with the sound of this album. It's primitive, you know, but it's like Hotter Than Hell from Kiss. It's primitive, but it benefits the album, I think. I wouldn't want to hear this album cleaned up.
No way, Jose. No, exactly, man. You know, we were there.
Leave it just like. And the thing is, you know, it was so special, like finding albums that your friends didn't know. And it was like, you know, that was my whole thing with Open Books, the import. I would always walk out with albums that, oh man, I discovered this band. Check it out, and invite them over and play this. Savatage was one of them.
You just nailed it, bro. I swear it, not the copycat baseball bat. Savatage. Nobody I knew who the fuck Savatage was. It was my little discovery. Same thing. And it just, I'm loving that we were both the same sort of situation. Yeah. I love that. It's like, no, this is my band. You want to like them? Remember, I turned you on to them, you know? So
I found them first.
We were both at the same, you know, that's really amazing, actually.
Yeah, no, and I had friends that were the same. Oh, dude, I discovered this band called Halloween. Come over, and, you know, shit like that. And, you know, I discovered some bands from friends, too. So it wasn't a competitive thing. It was more like a, you know, not like, I found them first. It's more like, dude, I want to turn you on to this.
It's an honor to turn your friends on to stuff. It's like, yeah. I want to make your friends happy. You want to make your friends happy and turn them on. No, it wasn't competitive. I'm with you there, Doc.
And you knew they were going to like it, you know?
Oh, they didn't. They were stupid.
Yeah, no, because you know what your friends are into. And it's like, oh, you're going to love this shit, you know? And yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. I mean, I can't praise this album enough. Well, Bill, here comes the head squeezer. If you had to pick a favorite off here, what would it be?
Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Deep breath.
This one's tougher than Sirens.
What's that?
This is tougher than Sirens. You know, to pick a best and least best.
Right. You know what? I'm going to go with Dungeons Are Calling best. And if I have a gun to my head, Glock 9mm in my head. Glock 9mm to my head, homeboy, you got to pick the word. And I don't want to, and I say that loosely, worse, you know, the less of the greatest.
Yeah.
Midas Night.
Yeah. What a great song, though.
Oh, it's amazing, Doc. Yeah, right.
Great song.
Viera Vault has rules, and you got to, man, you can't be a pussy, you know.
Well, Bill, 2 for 2. I'm mirroring I'm mirroring yours as well. It is very close, though. It's almost a tie between Dungeons and the City Beneath the Surface. Yeah, they're very close as my favorites, but I'm going to give it to Dungeons because Dungeons has that eerie intro. It just sounds like a dungeon. You know how it starts?
It does. It sounds like people are getting killed and tortured in the fucking dungeons. You know?
And the way the song ends with the door closing.
Yeah, right.
Big ass echo. Fucking epic. Epicness.
Fucking A.
Then they get signed to a major label, which is was it Atlantic Records?
Yep, Atlantic, yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, Atlantic Records. They get signed to Atlantic Records, and they release the epic album Power of the Night.
Oh my goodness.
This was your first, right?
This was my first. Yep, this was the first. This is when I Yeah, yeah,
So what did you
yeah.
think when you put the needle on this baby?
Oh my God. I was trying to comprehend just when if it was Metallica I got into before these guys. It was, I couldn't determine what it was right around the same time, man. It was right around. I was blown away. I was blown away. Oh, and the record store, I said Galaxy Records. I was wrong. The record store I was talking about, it was a place in Pleasanton, California called, um, oh God, I just had it. Oh my God. Portable Madness. Portable Madness.
I like
I've
that
mentioned,
name.
yeah, I've mentioned this on your previous podcast a couple of times. But yeah, Portable Madness. When I went, the old guy about my age would, anyways, I went in there and he's all right. Well, what's the new? What's the new? Talk to me, man. And he's all right. I recommend this. And I just looked at the fucking that cover. It's like, oh my goodness, this is fucking bad. And then I turn it over and I'm all reading the titles of the songs: "The Power of the Night," "Unusual Warriors," Necrophilia. Oh my God, what a badass song! "Wasted
Yep.
Out," "Hard for Love," "Fountain of Youth," "Skull Session." Give me hit,
Oh
bitch.
yeah.
"Stuck on You," "In the Dream." I was blown away. I was blown away because I was, up to this juncture, the heaviest, I was starting to get into more heavier shit because, up to 84, Maiden, Power Slave, Priest, Defenders of the Faith, that was pretty much, at least, I was, I've never lied. I wasn't into the British wave of new wave heavy metal in the early years, in the early 80s. I wasn't. Yes, I was a little bit later, Motorhead later. So Saxon, I got in Saxon probably 84. So yeah, so it was definitely a heavier template from what I was used to. Not trying to say fucking Power Slave and Defenders of the Faith wasn't heavy, but this was a little bit less commercial, and it was just more raw and more to the throat. And I hate that, but it was just different. It was, quite frankly, it was just less popular. No one knew who the fuck they were,
Right.
So I was blown away, Doc. I fell in love with it, and to this day I listen to the record more than I listen to any other Savatage record,
Nice.
and it feels fresh. I feel like a little kid, not a little kid, but just just really happy. It makes me really happy when I listen to this record. I think sonically it sounds amazing. Produced by Max Norman, and of course, just amazing. 5 out of 5 chopsticks. You can't go wrong with this album. This is what started it all for me, man. How about you?
I got a funny story involving you when it comes to this album, and
Oh,
I don't know if you remember this, but
uh-oh.
when I went to visit you and
Uh-huh.
stayed with you,
Uh-huh.
I had on a Savatage shirt for this album cover, and it
I
was
know.
my
I have a
guitar
picture.
player.
In.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my guitar player Ryan bought it for me when we were playing Costa Rica. He
Mm-hmm.
came back to the place. He goes, "Look what I got you." I was, "Oh, you rule." So when I went
Yeah.
to go visit Bill, I had the Savatage shirt. I go, "Dude, I brought this for you," but I said it wrong. It's like it sounded like I brought this for you as a present. No, I meant to say I brought this for you because I'm wearing this
I'm
because
wearing it in honor of you. Yeah. No, I
yeah,
don't remember you. I would have said, "Take it off. I want it."
yeah. I felt so bad after I said. I go, what I mean, dude, if I bought it myself, I would have gave it to you. But when somebody
Right.
buys me something, I can't give it away.
Right. No, I have pictures of us, you wearing that shirt, and
Nice.
yeah, that's a badass shirt. I love that shirt.
Yeah, badass album cover. Raise the fist of the metal child.
Yes. Fuck yeah, man. I
Yeah,
think
this
that's our
album, dude,
album.
washed out. And the
Yes.
sound is much more polished, but it's still raw because the song
Right.
is raw, but it's more polished than the two prior to it because you can
Right.
tell more money. And they had Max Norman
Right.
produce it, the guy that did the Ozzy albums. This is legendary
Right.
producer, and he really brought out a lot. And this album was, yeah, dude. I admit when it first came out, I was like, oh, I was wrong. I was like, this is going to be huge, and it wasn't. No,
I know.
Atlantic never made
It's
a
heartbreaking,
video.
man.
Yeah, no video was made for it, and it just came and went.
Right. Right. Oh, and if there was a video that they were supposed to make.
Yeah,
Uh,
really?
Yeah, the Atlantic wanted to make a video for the song "Hard for Love,"
Mm.
and they told Savatage um, change it to "Hot for Love," and Savatage says no. Mind you, 1985. Can you? I mean, "Hard for Love." I mean, the shit that's released now, but just in the context of time, you know. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, that they wanted to make a video. God, I wish they would have, but they said no. We're not changing the title. No way, Jose. So
Yeah. Skull
yeah.
Session.
Oh God, I love that song. I just want to fuck.
Necrophilia.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yes. Yeah.
She's so unusual. I mean, this album rules.
Yeah.
It's as solid as the two before it. Not a bad song on here, so it's going to be a tough one again, Bill.
Yes, it is.
So, what would be your favorite on here?
All right. God, I'm picking the obvious ones, but I gotta be honest, man. Power of the Night. Power of the Night. I heard it on and what I I heard this song. I'll never forget. After I purchased the record, there was I lived in a town I work in a town right now called Walnut Creek, California, and they have a high school college radio station called KVHS, and I remember you know when you hear shit total metal they played, that's why I heard Metallica for the first time on the radio, da, 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 da. But I remember after I got this record, and I remember driving around on my little fucking 1981 Volkswagen Scirocco, and I heard Power of the Night on the radio, and it's like, oh my God, this is my little cassette. This is the band. They're gonna become huge. They're gonna take over the world. I'm gonna show everybody my band is the baddest. And unfortunately, it didn't work out like that. But it's like I was just so proud of them. It's like, oh, this is my band. I love them. I was happy, like you said, it wasn't competition. I just love to turn people on to this band, man. But Power of the Night would be my best, and unfortunately, part of the situation is you got to pick. In the Dream would be probably my less epic song.
Well, we're 3 for 3.
Dog, diddly dog.
Honestly, I was thinking of Heart for Love, but I was like, oh man, I do like it a little bit more than In a Dream.
Yeah.
But I love In a Dream, and it's still a song, but yeah, it's a great song, but it's not as strong as everything before it.
Yeah, right. And what a great fucking. I love this actually, because it's like, it just forces you, somebody that like ourselves that love these fucking records. It just no, you got to man up and pick something. You're not saying it sucks, but to give the listeners, okay, I think it's a great. So yeah, all right, 3 for 3.
I give this
the
album,
next one.
But I give this album 5 midnight sandwiches. That's a Cuban sandwich.
Okay. Yeah.
I give it 5 medianoches. And I didn't say how many I would give. What was it? Dungeons. I give that one 5 Cuban coffees.
Cuban what?
Cuban coffees.
Oh, okay, Cuban coffee.
They're called coladas. It's called colada. They only serve it in a little tiny plastic cup because it's so strong. You don't want to drink more than that. It's like pure. It's like tar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But it's
so
awesome. I love it. It gets you hopped up.
Oh, okay. Give me one right now. I need one.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find. I mean, there must be some kind of Cuban restaurant in San Francisco.
You would think. I mean, God, the city of the world. Yeah. But
look into it, because if you do, then believe me, go get a Cuban coffee. Go get a colada.
A colada Cuban coffee? Okay.
Yeah, it'll wire you out, man. It's like fucking 25 cents, 30 cents. That's all you need. Bam. You're fucking.
Well, next time we talk, remind me next time we talk on the phone. Say, hey, man, did you get that coffee I was telling you about?
Yeah.
So just mind my ass. But yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'm ready, dude.
Now go to all you listeners out there. Go get a shot. It's legal cocaine.
Oh shit!
It wires you out, man. And all you need is that little. It's a little tiny. They serve it in a little tiny plastic cup.
Oh wow! Itty little cup.
It's badass. All right. Then we move to the next album where it's record company pressure.
Yep.
Look, guys, the last one didn't sell, so
All right.
let's get a little more commercial. Stop with the whole heavy shit. It's too. I know you guys got it in you. You're a talented bunch of guys. Let's write, some and yeah, do Badfinger cover while you're at it.
Right.
And a free cover too.
Mm-hmm.
Wish him well. Fight for the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I did talk to you earlier about this, and I understand you like this one more than I do.
Yeah, our conversation the other night, we had a preliminary of this, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was very, very disappointed in this album, but it does have some highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some killer highlights, and even one of the ballady songs, "Lady in Disguise," I like a lot. It's kind of like a Beatles type vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I dig it, and it kind of Lady in Disguise musically, you can kind of see the direction they were going after Brother Ballet. You can hear hints of it in Lady in Disguise.
Yeah, very,
But
very, very.
but yeah, but I mean, I just felt like this is a band that's buckling under record company pressure, and it shows in the songwriting. It's not as vicious as the three before it. I was just let down by it. Well, but tell us what you feel about it.
Well, hold on. Before we go that, I want to hear because so tell me your best, if you don't mind, and your worst. So
All right.
I'm not all first.
Oh, the worst is going to be a tough one because there's a lot of songs on your.
No, I know, but under your head, you got to pick one.
All right, my favorite is Hide.
Oh God,
dude,
we're already on target. Oh, shit.
That's as killer as any song before.
My God, it's so sick. Oh, God, it gives me goosebumps to this day. 86,
which is HYDE, as in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And what I would consider, man, this is tough, but I'm going to have to go with Crying for Love.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not for 4. We're 3.5 for 4.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Fight for the Rock, man. God, I remember exactly when I bought it. Portable Madness. Oh, go in there. The guy. All right. Hey, remember the band I turned you on to last year? Well, here's their new one. Oh, cool. Right on. And I remember. God, I remember it was just so. For some reason, this record in particular, the memories were just so much clearer than the previous album. That when I got into it, I remember everything about it. Maybe 86, June 30th, 1986. And I didn't read shit about them. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody I knew who the fuck they were. Nobody. And I remember buying it. It was on cassette. I got it on cassette, and I remember plopping it in my cassette player and going, yeah, Fight for the Rock, cool, right on. And then out in the streets, like, oh, wait a minute, okay. And then Crying for Love, da. And then just little by little, it's like, wait a minute, man. It's like, I wasn't really into at the time, I can't say I even comprehended radio pressure or whatever like that. I can't honestly say, I knew as soon as, I don't know why, because maybe I was into like a little bit. I liked a little bit more commercial stuff and the heavy stuff, so it didn't really matter to me too much. Like, generally speaking, now looking back, it's in reading about it, it's a fascinating period for the band. I would love a documentary about this specific record, because they've dogged it since it came out and everything. And I think there's great moments. My favorite song is Hide, just like you. And I guess, not I guess. I love Crying for Love, by the way. If I was going to have to pick my worst, it would be Day After Day.
Okay, which is a cover.
Right, it's a cover, but it's on the album, so
I love the original. I don't like what they did. I don't like their version, but I love the original Badfinger version of Day After Day. It's cool too.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I thought their version was weak because
Yeah, and I think we should know. And we're now that we're speaking of the numerous covers. I really enjoy that song. I think it's heavy. I think they added a little bit of punch to the song. So I like that. So I'm not saying I just because discard it because if it's a cover. I dig "Wishing Well." Do you like that song?
you know what, dude? I don't like anybody that does it. Gary Moore did it. I didn't like it. Blackfoot did it. I didn't like it. I don't know. It's just something about that song I never liked.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like a terrible song. I wouldn't say I hate that song, but I don't think I've ever heard the free cover. I mean, the free original version. But I know Gary Moore did it, Blackfoot, and Savatage, and I think somebody else even did it.
Blackfoot? No shit, I did not know
Blackfoot did it on their album Strikes, the one that has Highway Song and Train. It's on there. Okay. There's another band, too, that did Wishing Well, and I can't remember for the life of me, and I own it, whatever album. And I remember I was like, fuck, Wishing Well again. Stop covering that song. But
right.
I love Red Light Paradise on this album. I love that song.
Yeah, the last song, I love that too.
It's because it's in the vein of early Savatage,
Right, exactly. And the album cover, who does it remind you of?
Well, like the soldiers holding up the flag, or Van Halen, is it?
Yeah, I was more geared to I believe isn't that Iwo Jima, the original World War II? But yeah, Van Halen Memorial Day weekend, 1983, the US Festival.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
All right, then we go into what I consider their best album.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
What do you like more, this or the next one?
You know what? And doing these scattered throughout the years, you say one thing. I know you've been through it with your Almost Human, where you make a video of something years ago, and then. So I'm basing it on our Rock and Metal Combat podcast that we did on Savatage, Hall of the Mountain King, where I said Power of the Night. And I'm not trying to be copycat baseball bat, Hall of the Mountain King. At this juncture of my life right now, on whatever day it is, it's the best. It's the best. I think it's the most complete. It's the most I think Hall of the Mountain King is their pinnacle moment. I hate to sell out Power of the Night, but there's something about Power of the Night because it was my first. But if I was really honest and neutral and not looking at it as a fanboy that I am, proudly, I'm a total fanboy of Savatage. I think there's no question about it. I think the diversity, I think the complexity of the songs, I think you're right. I think Hall of the Mountain King is what just blew up. If I was being honest with myself, I think it's their best record. I do, even though I've said on your other podcasts, I hate, you said this, that, or that. Well,
we all change our minds,
Yeah, right.
But, I do it constantly. Well, yeah, I always get that because of my YouTube videos. Well, you said that was the best. I go, well, I felt different back then, all right? Fuck off.
Right, exactly. I think time you get to reflect, and if you're there, we were fucking there. We saw the band back then. We were buying the record. We have a choice. We have a right to change our mind. We were there. Okay,
yeah.
Not guy that looking back. I wish I would have saw him. No. So yeah. So I amazing record. Oh my god. When this came out, oh my god! Following Fight for the Rock, it's like nobody was. And when I say nobody, by this juncture, I had a couple friends were on the fucking Savatage bandwagon with me. I brought them into the circles. Here's the deal, man. You got, it's like, oh man, no way, Jose. My friend Chubby, the Fight for the Rock. He's like, it's sellout bullshit. Da, da, da. And then when this came out, it's like, oh my god. It's like, dude, they're back. That's fucking amazing. And that's when they broke on MTV.
Yeah, the video.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome album. Most cohesive album. Power of the Night is awesome. I just think this one has stronger songs. All songs on Power of the Night are awesome. These songs, I think, are they're even more awesome.
Yeah.
I just think it's a very cohesive album that really I don't know, I just find it to be perfection, and it's one of those like kind of like Heaven and Hell from Black Sabbath, like one of
Yeah.
those albums that it's just epic and awesome, and you can play this over and over again. If I was to compile the greatest albums ever made, this would be in the top, maybe top 20, or if not even top 10, or very
Wow.
very high before the
Oh, I'm
10,
totally with you, dude. Absolutely.
maybe
And you're
11, I'd have to
yeah,
think about it, but it's definitely one of those albums that there's not, I mean, every song is strong.
absolutely.
And like, I don't, I can't stress how fucking amazing this album is. And I never get bored listening to this.
Never.
It's one of
Never.
those albums that you have to listen to in its entirety.
You have to, Doc, Dilly Doc. Absolutely. Great point. Great point for the younger listeners out there. I know you got a lot of young people that listen to you. You have to listen to it in its entirety. It's an album. It's an album. It's not a song. Yes, there's songs that are amazing, but it's an album that needs to be listened to from fucking number one to number 10. Um, and like I was kind of, just fighting among my head and my brain. Well, I've said Power of the Night was, yeah, but it's just, I think it's more complex and it's more diverse without straying out of the too much like Fight for the Rock was, even though I like it. It was still within the parameters of Savatage. It was everything great about Savatage. And yeah, it's amazing. September 28th, 1987. Jesus Christ, just a lifetime ago. Just amazing. And finally I got to see him on that tour at the Stone in San Francisco. And it was just like, just everything came together. Everything came together. The metal gods just fucking just laid the light on him and said, all right, and just, yeah, everything about it. And like I said, not to repeat myself, the fact that I saw him on MTV, and you've got an amazing video of when that little fucking troll, the whole,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rip. They called him
you got
Rip. He was
one of your channels. Is like, oh, that's such a great document, man. That little fucking troll in the Hall of Mount video, that little motherfucker.
and he was drunk. You could tell him that.
Yeah.
He was drunk, and even John Oliva goes Rip because his name was Rip. He's like Rip is ripped.
Is that right?
Because,
okay.
yeah, they were on Headbangers Ball with the little troll from the video, and was it Penthouse Playmate was there. This really hot blonde.
You got it. The only
And
reason
that little troll was trying to bang her and shit.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
No,
he meant to say,
Savatage.
you got some great
Yeah.
tits. He was like, you got some great.
That wasn't a little motherfucker in makeup. Wasn't that like a real troll or a little midget or dwarf?
No, he was in makeup. Yeah, it was a little midget, but they put makeup on his face.
Oh, okay, so he didn't look like a monster. I forget. That was long ago, but
what a hilarious video.
Yeah,
Little guy running around a mountain.
Yeah, I recommend that. Watch it, man. Ralph's, and I don't know what channel it is of yours, but it's an amazing document.
Ralph Viera's videos. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
That's my channel where all the VHS ones I dumped on the computer and like a lot of Headbangers Ball clips. I did a lot of compilations. So that one is a compilation of Savatage stuff on MTV and otherwise other places too. Like I just have.
It's amazing to have that document, amazing, me watching it when it was live, and then being able to have it in, forever with you. But yeah, so, this is when it all came through. Oh, and a little tidbit. When I saw him at the Stone on this tour, so the album came out September 28th, 87, and not to repeat myself, they were on the tour with Dio, Megadeth, and by the time they came to San Francisco, they were on their own at the Stone. On the tour bus, on those big buses, the front, what's that called?
What, it has a little marquee type thing?
Yeah. Anyways, it said White Witch.
Ah, nice.
I wonder what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love the lyrics of that song because I can.
Poisoning you.
Yeah. It's like, oh
Ripping
shit,
tune.
I can relate to these lyrics. Oh shit, yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, just I was listening to this record a couple times today, and just put a huge smile on my face, put me back in time, different era, just being just amazing, discovering this amazing album and just being, yeah, they're back. And then the fact that, wow, they were on MTV. It's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
and the fact that my little buddies, it's like, they're starting to come around. It's like, hey man, where they fucking basically said, oh, fuck that guy, I don't like that bullshit. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey man, I love that song 24 hours ago. That's fucking sick, dude. It's like,
Oh,
I get it. So now the diddly D coming around. Yeah,
yeah.
and then it's like, oh, hold on, don't get on them. All right, well, right on, cool. Better late than never. So yeah, then I noticed that. But yeah, just amazing record. Yeah. Oh my God, what can I say about it? And amazing.
It's gonna be so hard to pick a favorite and a least favorite on this one.
Yeah.
And what you were saying earlier about, how you felt back when we did the episode to how you feel now, that's how I'm going to
Hmm.
feel like when I pick a song on here. Because you can ask me in like a year from now, and it might be a different favorite song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as of
Mhm.
now, and it's tough, it is really tough, but I'm going to go with, and it will change. I have a feeling it will change in the future. But for now, how I feel right now, Beyond the Doors of the Dark is my favorite on here. My least favorite, and it is, if I don't know how you feel. We'll see what your least favorite is. It's a song that's really, really good, but you can tell this is kind of the filler track, but it's still it's non-skippable. Killer
Right.
filler, the price you pay.
Oh, okay.
What would be your favorite?
Um, but no, just to piggyback on what you're the beyond the doors of the dark. I love the line in it. It's so mind fucking. It's like a never ending suicide. It's like,
I'll take you to the God.
what the fuck are you talking about? And it's like you're in my head. I'm a never ending suicide. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? That's such a mind. It's fucking brilliant. It's
Oh
fucking
yeah.
brilliant. So yeah. So just
And the
when you mentioned,
phrasing, you got to remember the phrasing of that verse.
yeah,
It's like attacky. It's like the way
yeah, right,
he
yeah,
sings it. It's just such a great flow.
right.
The way he just says that, like, hell is your destiny. Is it hell is eternity? Hell is your destiny. I'll tell you to die. A
Yeah.
never-ending suicide of
I
nightmares you have inside. Ah!
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I like doing, just preparing for this podcast. I listened to that song like fucking 3 times in a row. It's like, and that lyric and just great, and just the lyrics on this album are just fucking amazing. Just
Oh yeah.
mind fucking like, holy shit, thought provoking, interesting, fucking, just yeah, badass. I love it. Anyway, okay, so to answer your question, um, oh God, I love it. This is a great thing. I would say, as of this date right now, my favorite song is 24 Hours Ago.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. And if I had to pick, a least would be Strange Ways.
Real. Oh.
Yeah, I knew that was going to get a snap. I know.
Wow. It's one of my favorites on here.
I know.
With the
But
late great Ray Gillen doing backing vocals.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
I
difficult for me
love
to
that
come to
song.
the Doc Dilly Doc, but I had to. It's part of the deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get you, man. It's all it's not science, it's personal taste. But
Right.
you have to admit
Right.
it's a great song.
It is a great song. It is a great song. But if I had the Glock 9mm to my head, here's the deal, dude. You got to pick a song because this is the Viera Vault. Okay, well, here's the deal, And it's just so that guy, the Ray Gillen, with the AIDS and that whole bit. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, in the last track, Total Devastation.
Yeah. Oh, God. Fuck it. That song is so sick.
You should have listened to what Christ had to say. Fucking badass.
Legions, the fucking guitar work. Oh, God. Chris just lays the fucking shit. The guitar work on Legions and just
the opening bass line.
Yeah.
It sounds like, dude, this is just beyond classic right here.
Oh, beyond. Yeah.
If I had like a hand the size of Mars, I would slap planet Earth for not making this 10 million. Not making this album go diamond.
I know, man. I know. I don't even think it's gone gold, Doc.
No, it hasn't even gone gold. Yeah, if they had a guy with a good voice that looked like John Bon Jovi, this album would be huge.
Yeah. The elephant in the room. I was waiting for one of us to bring that up. The elephant in the room, big old fat.
Yeah, John Oliva's a big boy,
Big boy, yeah.
He's a really big boy, and I think that's what, because you got to remember, I mean, we don't suffer from that no more, but the 80s were, you had to look good to sell a lot of records.
Look good, pretty boy. Fucking.
That's why you got to thank like Metallica to enter in that kind of wave toward the. Yeah, I know they started in '83, but Master of Puppets and it was planting seeds, because Metallica a bunch of ugly fuckers too,
Yeah, big time.
but they kind of like open the eyes of people like, oh man, fuck the look, That's why I think fuck John Bon.
It's a different deal. Yeah, you're very true. Very true.
That's why it drives me nuts, dude. The Bonfoni thing, it drives me nuts because I'm like, so much more talent out there, but this band is huge because of their look.
Yeah.
It's just processed pretty boy garbage. And here we are, this fucking band, because they have a front man that's, overweight.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Dude, yeah. I was there like you, in a fucking, like you were in the Stone in a stuffy fucking club, sweating your ass off. So was I, dude, to Savatage.
Right. He was in his big overcoat. I mean, even back then, starting to get a little big, I mean, he was always a big boy. I don't think I've ever seen, even the Avatar videos that you're referring to, and he was, Jesus Christ, I don't know how old he is. I think he's probably like 5 years older than us. But anyways, the Avatar video that you're referring to, I think it was 79 when he did all the covers. He had a little bit of pudginess on him then, So, some people are just always, they get, but yeah. And unfortunately, it's a band that, a lot of people that, they look and they judge by the look, and it's like, no, man, God damn,
Well, he just July 22nd, he's turned 61.
Oh, is that right? Okay, 6 years old. Okay,
yep, 6 years older than us.
Man, I hope he lives forever, man.
Yeah, and he gained way more weight, in the future, but he's dropped a lot of weight. But he's still way bigger. Oh yeah. He dropped a lot of weight. I did see a picture of him recently because I saw John Oliva in 2005 or so. He did the whole Mountain King album. And it was the first time he performed The Price You Pay because they played every other song from here. That's the only song they didn't play back then.
Guitar metal, not acoustic?
No, they did the whole thing live. Yeah.
Oh, you fucking lucky mother! It was
fucking great. And man, he had to be at least 400 pounds at that time.
Literally.
Yeah. Big.
Oh man.
I mean, I thought this guy's not going to live long. I mean, he's unhealthily overweight.
Isn't he like our height, 5'10", 6 foot at the most?
Yeah, he's around, maybe an inch or two shorter than us.
Okay. Wow. Shit.
But he has dropped weight, and if you look at Gutter Ballet and Streets, they put him on a diet. He looks thinner in those two albums.
Yeah, where the crowd. Yeah, that video. The Gutter Ballet song.
Where the crowd's gone or something like that.
Yeah. Not to jump ahead. I love that song.
Oh yeah, no, it's great, fantastic song.
Yeah,
But
that's and great. Yeah.
so all right, we'll go into the last one because we are just talking about the classic John Oliva, Chris Oliva lineup.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got two more. We got another one to
Yeah,
go.
two more.
Gutter Ballet. Now, Gutter Ballet to me is when they went more symphonic.
Yes,
You
yes.
saw a hint of it in Hall of Mountain King, the intro, Prelude to Madness, where they were going.
Mm-hmm.
Paul O'Neill, which we have to bring up. I mean, it is justice. That
God bless his soul. You bet. You bet.
there is justice in this planet because I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. Transberia something orchestra. What is it called?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is
Yeah.
selling out
Yeah,
arenas.
yeah, right, exactly. That fucking saved their ass. Like, fuck Savatage.
Yeah, because that's basically Savatage.
Yeah, right,
You have
exactly.
Paul O'Neill, who passed away.
Right. And Chris
Chris Cafferty's in there, and they have played. We'll talk about it. Transberia Orchestra has played a song off of the next album live.
Oh,
They have.
Hey, have you seen that band? The Trans-Siberian
No, man, and they're always here.
Orchestra?
They're
Yeah.
always here. I always miss them every
Yeah.
fucking time. I miss them.
I heard that they tease the 5 Savatage fans in the audience. They do little
Yeah.
trinket little Savatage songs. Is that true?
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
God.
They do. They do little Prelude to Madness. They'll do. And,
Oh God.
Just little. I mean, I'm not too well versed, but I did see a video on YouTube them doing "Believe" off the next album.
Oh, cool.
Which is awesome.
I love that song. Fuck yeah.
But Gutter Ballet, not as strong as Hall of Mountain King.
No.
Still I think it's a great album, but you already see the shift of where they were going. I mean, anybody that's into metal were turned off. I remember quite a few people were turned off by this album.
Mm-hmm.
I still love them so much that I agree it wasn't as strong, but I still loved it. And there are songs on here as strong as any of the albums before.
Agree.
And I would definitely put this above Fight for the Rock.
Agree.
I just think I love that bonus track, Thorstein Shuffle. Hounds is badass. Mentally Yours. She's in Love is heavy.
I love that song.
Yeah, the title track, When the Crowds Are Gone, we were talking about.
Like we were saying, When the Streets Are Gone, yeah. And Gutter Ballet, that's a really good song. Man.
Awesome song. And they had a video for it.
Awesome song.
No, I do. And that song, Gutter Ballet is very symphonic, but it still has that heavy edge of early Savatage in it.
Yes.
You see it creeping in.
Yes, you do. Right. The bones are still the same. Mm-hmm. It's a little, that's a great analogy. But, yeah, man, this album, December 1st, 1989, man. I mean, I remember like it was fucking yesterday. I remember my little Scirocco but this time it was another Scirocco. It was my 1981 Scirocco. I had a CD player. Well, it was so cool. 1989. I had my girlfriend I've mentioned on your other podcast a million times, who she passed away, but she was 10 years older than me. Okay. And I remember one of our the first we started dating we started dating, not to get into a personal thing, but September of 1989, our first date. And then by the time, this came out, I had the CD, was, hovering about Christmas time. I remember picking her up and playing this CD, mind you, 10 years older than me, back in 1989. And the first song came out of Rage and War. And I had it blaring my fucking, oh my God, my blow punk, my fucking print. And she looked at me, she's all, no. Oh, what? No. What the fuck is this? This is like, you're a metalhead. Obviously, I'm oh, you think? So, and then of course I fast forwarded to a couple other songs. Ooh, I like Gutter Ballet. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like that. So, but I love this record. I think it's great. I think you just nailed it. It's not as strong. I think sonically it sounds better than as far as the if you play the record. I even noticed this today, Doc. It sounds better. It sounds more clear and crisp, as opposed to the Hall of the Mountain King. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I think this all the thing. I mean, you basically said everything I was thinking. Um, I like Silk and Steel is pretty cool. That instrumental.
Yeah.
Temptation Revelation, another instrumental. I think that's really cool. Hounds. Oh, I know. That's a song I wanted to bring up. Hounds. The latter part of the song, Chris just goes off.
Ape
It's
shit.
like, holy fucking shit. Chris Olivia, if people listening to this, please listen to the song Hounds, but in particular, go from the beginning of the middle of the song to the end. Chris Olivia just goes off crazy amazing. I forgot to give Hall the Mountain King 5 out of 5 chopsticks. Gutter Ballet, I'm going to give it because of the great songs, and it's still in the pocket of Savatage. And like you said, all the different changes and whatnot were evident, and we're ready. We're right in front of our faces. But of Rage and War, that's my favorite song on the record.
Hell
Man.
yeah.
I think, and Paul O'Neill produced the record, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I love it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 chopsticks. The record.
I would give it 3.5 flans. That's another thing I want you to try. Flan. It's a delicious dessert that Cubans make. Flan.
Oh, okay.
Rubbery looking thing.
Miami and just hang out with you there. So
Yeah, man. Get your ass over here, dude.
I know. Damn it.
Let's hang over here, bro. And I went over there. Now it's your turn.
Yes, you did. You spent 4 nights in my bed. Yes,
That's
you did.
Right. Unfortunately, Bill wasn't in the bed with me. He's such a prude.
Yeah. Well, that's for another podcast. We'll talk about that.
I'm here in San Francisco and I ain't getting no butt love. This place is known for butt love.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck's going on here, Bill?
Fuck yeah. Good,
Get on the bed. Let's mow the lawn.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So amazing. I mean, it's just the string. There's this bam, 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 bam. It's like Jesus Christ, Sirens, Dungeons of Calling. Yeah, okay, Power of the Night, and then a little bit of detour with Fight for the Rock, and then Hall of the Mountain King, the Gutter Ballet. So we're talking 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89. Bam, 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 bam. That's a pretty goddamn good fucking lead up, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you do, but I'm talking to the audience listening. You got to give it credit. That's an amazing string of records, man. Mm-hmm. And I know we got one more to talk about, but
I didn't rate Hall of Mountain King, which I give 5 Cuban restaurants with 5 Cuban supermarkets. With all the food, everything. Just throw it all together.
You're gonna go that high? Oh man, I am with you.
That's a high I go on. I'm gonna throw in the whole restaurant. Fuck it.
So, what's your favorite song on Gutter Ballet, and what's your? I didn't use my worst. You mentioned it actually. But give me your top song off Gutter Ballet, and give me your least favorite, even though it's good.
Of Rage and War.
Okay.
We agree on that. My least favorite would be Summer's Rain.
Number 10. Okay.
It's okay. I don't really hate it, but it doesn't really do that much for me.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite?
It's funny because you mentioned it. When you mentioned it, my ears perked up. It's like, oh shit. Thorazine Shuffle.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically not part of the album. It's a bonus track.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, we can keep it like that, you know. I mean, you grew up with the CD, right?
yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
let's just
Yeah,
keep
by
it like
that
that.
time it was CD. Yeah, yeah.
All right, now we're going to the last album. This is where they go full symphonic, but it still has some ballsy material on it.
Right,
Uh,
and it's John and Chris.
yep, it's you know, and Wackles is still there. I mean, this is when he wasn't
Right.
touring with them, but you know, and then you had Johnny Lee who joined during, didn't he? He joined during Hollow Mountain King, I believe, the bass player.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
This album is a concept album,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an album that, man, honestly, I fucking love this album. I really do. I love it. It's
Mm-hmm.
it even goes even more symphonic than Hall of Mount King. But the
Yeah.
flow to this album is amazing. The only thing I hate about this fucking record is that some of the tracks lump two songs together. I don't get it. Like
Mm-hmm.
what was it? You're Alive and Sammy in Texas, one song. It's like, what the fuck? And if I go away and Agony Ecstasy is one song. It's like they're
Right.
separate songs. So I
Mm-hmm.
never understood why they would, on the CD, they would combine both those songs together. I never owned this on vinyl. Hopefully one day I can change that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an extremely strong album. I think it's extremely underrated. It's a concept, but there's some emotional shit on this album that really tears my soul apart.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things like "A Little Too Far" is gorgeous. Tonight he grins again. Oh my God, does that song really pull on my emotional strings, man?
Okay.
It's kind of heavy, but it's just the way John Oliva attacks the words on that song. And when he says tonight, he grins again. It's just so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Agony and Ecstasy, fucking amazing. Sammy and Tex sounds like Van Halen to me. It's a total
Yeah.
Van Halen thing. And of course, the last song, the beautiful Believe. It's such a great epic ending to this
Mm-hmm.
album, which I talked about earlier. Trans Siberian Orchestra has performed this live. But
Yeah.
I absolutely love this. Now, when I spoke to you, you weren't like too, you didn't remember this album much. So you studied it before this?
Yeah, you know what, Doc? And I'm listening to you and I'm feeling kind of guilty because admittingly I by the time this came out, I don't know what was going on. I maybe heard a little bit of it and it was too piano-esque, whatever.
Right.
But for preparing for this project with you, I feel guilty, and I'm going to. I mean, God, I hope in the future, one of our personal conversations, I'll be able to rectify that. I felt guilty by doing what I've done because I've reviewed this album, but I feel guilty that I didn't give it enough fucking time. Didn't give
Yeah,
it enough.
it
But
is a
you're right.
crawler.
What shit you're saying? Yes, yes. So it's like I was kind of like in a fucking box. It's like, well, you got to come up with shit right now because the podcast is Friday. So you, but it's like, oh fuck, what kind of fan am I? I didn't give this the time of day back in the day. Then I'm a fake fan. Obviously, I'm not. But I started feeling. But no, all the things you're saying, it's like I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel what you're saying. You know, um, Streets, Jesus saves. My favorite song on the record is "Strange Reality."
Awesome song. I love that
I
song.
love that song. I love that song, dude. I fucking love it. Um, yeah, "Ghost in the Ruins."
Oh, that's another great one.
Yeah, "Agony and Ecstasy," like you said previously.
Heavy as
Uh,
fuck. That's early
yeah,
Savatage right there.
yeah, it's Streets. I love that. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Fabulous guitar work. I did do a little notation here from Chris, but when can't you say that about him, right? It's
Yeah,
like, okay,
exactly.
dude, tell us something we don't know, you fucking clown. And yeah. So to your audience, I am going to, and I know, no, if Savatage is going to blow up, we could do Kiss and be a bill. But the thing about you and me with this band is we've stuck by them. We love them. Yeah, they're not the most popular band, but guess what? We don't give a flying fuck. We love them. We know that they deserve to be 10 billion times bigger than they were. And that's not two fanboys saying about, you got the, oh, yeah, well, this band should have been bad. No, the musicianship of these people were fucking amazing, man. I mean, we're all glory to fucking Chris D'Elia, but, and not to keep repeating myself. Interesting song titles too. St. Patrick's. That's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
And you made a very interesting analogy with the Sammy Hagar. What was
Oh
that?
no, Sammy and Tex.
Yeah. That's a good. Yeah,
It's total Van Halen. It sounds like like a almost like a Hot for Teacher vibe.
Yeah. If I was going to have to pick my worst song, it would be "You're Alive."
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's not my least favorite on here, but it's not one of the stronger ones.
Right.
I would say "Hear My Soul" is my least favorite. And
14. Okay. Yeah, I gave that a two chopsticks.
man, and I gotta say, man, between Agony and Ecstasy and Tonight He Grins Again, I'm gonna have to. Man, it's almost like I have to flip the coin on this. I'm going with Tonight He Grins Again.
Okay.
Just for the sheer emotion and torture in John Oliva's voice in that song. Just
heart wrenching.
Yeah, it's heart wrenching. The grim reality of living in the streets, and Jesus Saves is a song about a homeless superstar. That his name was Jesus, and not homeless. He was a drug dealer.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just there is some talking in between songs because it is a concept album, but. And, I mean, I admit I don't play it too much, but when I do, I always enjoy it, and even the songs I don't
ambitious. Like. It's ambitious. Yeah.
I just listen to it all. I mean, I can tell, Strange Reality and, If I Go Away and Hear My Soul, those are the three songs that I'm like, all right, not as strong. New York City Don't Mean Nothing, I think, is another good one on there.
Yeah.
Can You Hear Me Now? St. Patrick's I love. I do. I mean, it is different, but I do love this album. It's awesome.
Yeah, Ghost in the Ruins, not to repeat what you said, but
Ghost in the Ruins is amazing.
Great guitar work by Chris. Ooh.
Which is the title. The title of their live album is called Ghost in the Ruins.
Right. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Great live album too. But that was released after. I believe that's the one that was supposed to be released because I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up, but I'm not sure if there's any streets on that album. If it was, then they added it on there because I know most of that was recorded on the Gutter Ballet tour. But we did it, Bill.
Yeah, we did. I'm honored to do it, and I'm glad we gave this band the love that they deserve by two guys that were there.
Yeah.
We were there. We were fucking there. We may be a couple old guys, but we know what we're talking about when it comes to Savatage, and honored to do this. And I will get back to you next time we talk on the phone because I'm going to starting tonight. I'm going to listen to this record again. I'm going to give it the due proper respect that it deserves because it's good. Okay, it's good. I give it 3.5 chopsticks out of 5 at this juncture. It could go higher. Okay.
I give it 4 to 5.
I got notes on the next one after. I won't get into it because that's not what we started, but that's when they just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, it's different.
Chris was on it.
Yeah, Chris was on the next one, just the next one.
Why wasn't John on it? Do you know that? Why was Chris on it, but John wasn't? Released April 2nd, 1993, Edge of Thorns.
I don't know, but, Zach was kind of a pretty boy a little bit, so Zachary Stevens.
Okay.
Maybe that had something to do with it. Great singer. And I think it's a great. I bought this on vinyl, and I do think Edge of Thorns is a great album. I just don't think it's really a Savatage album.
Yeah,
it's not even that. It's not even symphonic. Now the album after it, which had Alex Skolnick on guitar, that's a very symphonic album.
Yeah, I just learned that. I didn't realize he was on that. Yeah,
the first 3 tracks on Handful of Rain are fucking awesome. Taunting Cobras is badass.
I will be
Handful of
listening to
Rain.
that when we hang up. Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
look
Absolutely.
in,
Okay.
check out a
Unaware
first
of it.
song.
Gonna lie.
Yeah, you'll love Taunting Cobras. It's heavy, it's badass. The second song, they have a video for it. The title track, Handful of Rain, awesome. And Chance is very symphonic, but epically amazing. The
Okay.
rest kind of drops off for me. It's like,
Right.
it gets a little too mellow at times.
So Street crushes it, basically.
Yeah, Streets is
Okay.
better. And then they had an album called Dead Winter Dead, which I did see that album. That album, I know a lot of Savatage people listening will probably get really pissed at me for saying it, but boy, I didn't get that album at all, and I tried. I still got it on CD. It's not
Oh,
something
really?
I really revisit. I mean, that one's very symphonic.
Was
And
there one after Edge of Magellan or
yes, and The Wake of Magellan.
Wake of
And
Magellan?
yeah, it's better. It's a better album. There's a
Okay.
song on there. Oh, let me think. What was the name of it? Turns to Me. That's really good. Blackjack Guillotine's a good song off there.
Now, was
Um,
that the last Savatage album, Doc?
yes, it was. It was
Okay.
the
All
very last
right.
one. I saw the tour. It was
Mm.
disastrous. It was a
Oh,
really.
what? So-
I did see the tour. John Oliva was there, but it wasn't Zachary Stevens. Who sang on this again? It was Zachary Stevens who sang on the album, but not that show. No. I'm wrong. The it wasn't the last album. Poets and Madmen was the last album.
Ah, okay. So I'm
And
aware of these records titles, but I'm oblivious to the actual music. But
yeah, Poets and Madmen had John Oliva come
mhm.
back, but I found it kind of weak. I know
Okay.
some people disagree with me, but it's still it lacks the fire for me as
Right.
all the albums before. But Wake of Magellan had its moments, like and Dead Winter Dead. I mean, those two. What Dead Winter Dead was no Dead Winter Dead I didn't like,
Okay.
but I did really enjoy a couple tracks off the next album after that, which had was it Al Pitrelli on guitar, who later was in Widowmaker with Dee Snider, and
Wasn't he also in Trans-Siberian Orchestra
he's in
too?
Transcend, and he played with Megadeth.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember that.
the
Yeah.
world needs a hero. He played on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he played on
Mhm.
Wake of Magellan, and he played on the last one. Poets and Madmen was no. Poets and Madmen was just Chris Cafferty. That's when they became a four-piece.
Mm.
But that's it. That's the whole discography. Bill, thank you so much. I need to have
Well,
you more back on the show.
I'd be honored to, brother. Good to be back with you, man.
It was
It's
great.
been
It
too
was a
long.
great reunion. We had a kick-ass time, and I give this episode we did 5 hot Cuban chicks
Awesome. I was
with big
honored to be on.
booties.
I mean, it's great to be back with you. I hope the fans love it. Yeah, it's not a very popular band, but hopefully everybody can feel the love that me and Ralph both have for this band and how they were such a very important part of our upbringing. We were kids when they started. We were teenagers when Savatage started, and we got into them in their early 20s, and they prospered, and they're amazing. And I love the band, and I'll love them until the day I'm put in a casket. And it won't
Right
be a
on.
clean casket, I might add.
Well, Bill, I'm gonna do something that I've only done with two people. I'm gonna do it now with you.
Okay.
I want you to follow me into the vault.
Okay.
All right, Bill. Excuse the dust. I haven't cleaned in here in a while. All right, Bill. When I enter the vault, I always play a song.
Okay.
And since we talked about Savatage, I want you to pick what song would you like if you want to turn somebody into onto Savatage.
Ooh, great
What
question.
what
Oh,
song would it be? And we'll play it for the people so they can get a taste. The people that don't know Savatage.
All right. Oh God, great question, Doc Dilly Doc. I mean, there's so many. Um, it it's a mind fucking provoking question.
You think of a song that like somebody will hear and goes, "Man, I want to hear more of this shit."
Right. 24 hours ago. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that, dog.
Right on. Here it is. Savatage. Bill Wang says, "Listen to this, and then wake the fuck up and go get that album and all the albums that we talked."
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Leave Fight for the Rock at. Still buy it, but buy all the other ones first.
Yeah.
24 hours ago. Let's do it.
Bam, bam, bam.
Behind the wheel just went along. I'm tired of hearing the same old song. I rode the night, no end in sight. I think I'm going engines grind, I hit the red line. I'm moving fast, forget the past. I'm burning tread in my head. I am 24 hours off. Go yeah. Gotta escape, can't drink anymore.
right, that was 24 hours ago from Savatage. Bill, thank you, buddy.
You're welcome, Doc Diddley Doc. I'm honored to be on your podcast, and thank you so much, man.
Right on, my brother. And you have not seen the last of Bill Wang on the Viera Vault. He will be back.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you. I love you, bro.
I love you too, brother. Till next time, bro.
Hi, bud.
Hey, Bill, smack him
Yeah.
a gob, bro.
Smack him a gob!